Good afternoon, one and all. Welcome to another session of Faculty Development Program on modern teaching trends in outcome-based education. I call upon Dr. Usman Ahmed sir to speak a few words about our today's resource speaker, Dr. C.H. Naveen Kumar sir, Professor, RQAC Coordinator, Global College of Pharmacy. Thank you.
A very good afternoon to one and all. Today we have a second session for our MTP program, which was scheduled for 5 days. We have our guest speaker today, Dr. C.H. Naveen Kumar. He is Professor for Global College of Pharmacy and Head for IQAC Coordinator. Dr. C.H. Naveen Kumar has done his B Pharmacy from Kakatiya University in the year 2006, and he has completed his M.Pharm and PhD from Annamalai University and Pharmacy in the year 2010, he is gold medalist, and PhD from Annamalai University in the year of 2015 in the specialization pharmaceutical analysis. Sir has 14 years of experience and he has worked in reputed pharma companies and institutions in Hyderabad. So I would like to call sir for continuing the session. Welcome, Dr. C.H. Naveen Kumar.
Thank you, Dr. Usman sir, for briefing about me. Good afternoon, one and all. How are you, everyone? Yes, little bit tired, but you are energetic. No worries. Everyone. So, today's session is all about the things which you already know, but there is something flavor to be added and that to be known. Because even after 14 years working in institutions, by me, and it's not one institution, many institutions, many challenges, many people, and it is not really easy to shift one college to other college. Some people tell that why you are shifting. So sometimes I feel that there is a new thing that is needed which I have to learn because it's from the environment or because from the people or because from the maybe that is system which has been already adapted by them, or which I have to learn, or which I have to implement. That trend is being in me, and that is going on, and now I am standing in front of you after many years, after finishing my masters. So it was really a different journey. Okay, it is not easy for me. Even many people tell that why you are surviving in this profession. Okay, so I feel sometimes even though we don't get much money, if I am not wrong, but this is really a noble profession. Okay, once we think ourselves that teaching is really a noble profession. So that's why I myself survive and sustain in this domain. Again, I came back after 1.5 years, 1 year of the gap. Then now I'm in front of you to tell you something which is a mystery. So generally people think that what is the mystery? The mystery is nothing but the known facts which are very complicated to understand. We know that this is there, but the way which is there, maybe this way, that way, or that way, or that way. There will be 4 or 5 ways. Which is the right way and which to opt that one. So that one. And sometimes, even though we need the proper curriculum, objectives, everything, vision, everything of the what we want to do, or the institutions, or the accreditation bodies which we have like NAG and NPA, when you enter into that one, it is really difficult for us to understand the process. Like example, we are totally concerned with the teaching learning process. My objectives today's session is all about the teaching learning process. The teaching learning process, we have many sub-criteria and also the many type of the indicators which we need to know them. Okay. So that indicators are different and domain specific and also criteria specifics are there which we need to know them. And there is a much variation or difference between the NBA and NAC. People think that why 2 accreditation bodies? Even we have one PCA, apex body, and we have a JNU, one is university, one is apex body. So why 2 accreditations again? So why we need to work? What is the difference in that one? Is there much variation, tremendous variation in this NAC and also the MBA? Still people think that it is a big ocean. It is not a big ocean, it is very simple and it is not much complicated. If you can differentiate, define it properly, and if you can, that is make the, that is what is the equivalence, we call it as equivalence among the each and every, that is parameters or the criteria or the indicators which are there in the NAC and NBA. So we are specifically concerned with the teaching learning process. That is only the today's session, and along with that one I am going to add some sort of things which are required and necessary to be known. By that one we may get some knowledge. We may get some knowledge and you can develop yourself that and you can become a coordinator in upcoming future if you become senior, and you can also justify them very strongly that you know everything. So today's session is all the efforts which I make that you will be aware strongly about NAC and NBA. What is the difference in that one? Only concerned with the teaching learning process. So next. So before that one, why this NAC and NBA came? Everyone knows that. I don't want to just stress or define it again and again, which we already know. So the thing is that before 2 decades back, so 1 decade is equal to 10 years, 2 decades back, okay, there was a practice of, that is traditional practice of teaching. So that traditional practice of teaching is known for everyone. Even we have inculcated that one, and we have, or still we are practicing half of this concern. Okay. The thing is that there is much tremendous change in this generation, that there are a lot of things to be added, then only the output can be achieved properly. The thing is that only traditional teaching methodology will never impact the future of the student, as well as the growth of the, teacher cannot be achieved properly. There are a lot of gaps there. That gaps, we have to know what are the gaps. So which is totally concerned with outcome-based education. So everyone knows that what is outcome-based education. It is all about something new addition along with the normal teaching practice. Okay. So but there are still something which you need to know. If you know that all the things, then you will be very strong person in the teaching community, and you can define. Okay. You can define and you can become from normal teacher to the other level, the next level. That is nothing but you can be an inspiration. That's what the morning session Mr. David has told, that becoming from normal teacher to the inspiration is not easy. So we are already teachers. Just go one step forward to become an inspiration for many people. That is enough in your life. That is enough in your life. If you feel and go back to your back days, that whatever the hard work, efforts which you get and experience you gain, once you think that if you inspire many people, then really that is enough thing in your life. One thing is, many things are there, but this is one thing. So this is the one paper cutting which I have extracted when I was going on through the internet. The main thing is that students, they are finishing their course, and the thing is that 100% they are finishing, and out of that 90% are passing. Among 90%, only 40 to 30% they are gaining the jobs, and remaining 20% to 30% is not, they are not able to push themselves forward, even though they have the good attainments. That is the marks or that is the percentage which they have. Okay, what is the lagging behind that one? There are many things which are getting lagged. It is nothing but the self-motivation is the main problem. So self-motivation itself, they are not able to themselves motivate. There are only few people, they motivate themselves, but 60 to 80% people never get motivated. Only 30% they will get motivated. So here, in case of NAC and MBA, we have some sort of indicators where if you can concentrate properly, if you get expertise in that one, you can attain the levels where that 30 to 40% is lacking, and they can attain the good jobs, as well as they can become an entrepreneur. This session is not only about getting the jobs. Okay, it is all about combining the elements and also adding them and making the student to reach as an entrepreneur also. Reach as an entrepreneur also. So this is all about how the scenario Indian graduates. So it depends. The employment depends on the many other factors like that is the government factor, that is companies which are coming up, and also economic factors, financial constraints. Many things are there regarding the job. But there are a lot of jobs which are available in the market nowadays. Okay, so Google is coming in Hyderabad. Google is going to shift 50% of their company to Hyderabad. It's getting ready for that one. Mostly you can see in the news also. But jobs are there, but skills are lagging. Communication skills are lagging. Domain skills are lagging. They are not able to push themselves forward. So what is needed? That the teacher should involve strongly apart from the academics. So the one thing is that in the morning session, David Lord told that give the chance for the student, okay, to do themselves and know their interest, what they want to be. It's not about study this one, gain the marks, study this one, gain the marks, why you are not studying, why you are not getting the marks. It's not. So just identify the interest in them. Now the generation is different. Last 2 decade generation, my generation is different from the next generation, and next generation is different. So there is much variation in each and every generation concerns that we need to understand and know that indicators what they need and try to set that coincidence, then it becomes a successful path for them when we give the good directions. So direction is really a need and necessity nowadays. Okay, as we have already known about the flip classes. Okay, the students study in the certain domains like YouTube or somewhere. He try to extract the knowledge and gain it and come back and ask the multiple questions, okay, which are really strong in origin, where the teacher will face a very strong questionnaire because he has gained already the expertise in that one. In such type of situation should be arrived. Even I ask my students, okay, so even 30 years every time, why you are not asking questions? Even when I go to every class, I try to ask them why the questions are not being raised. That means that you are not trying yourself something to know new things. If you want to know new things, definitely the questions will start. If that question starts, teacher will get standardized. If questions are not started, then teacher cannot get standardized. Right? Try to give them the same challenge. Okay, tell them, you ask them to give ask them to ask many questions from yourself, and they will adapt that one. So, see, this is the basic thing of the employment, which we already know that one. Okay. So next. So what lagging? What are main thing is that soft skills are lagging. What is the difference between the soft skill and hard skill? This is a hard skill. Hello, please help me now. Please. This is a soft skill. So there is a difference between soft skill and also the hard skill. So in the soft skill there are a lot of variations and also the changes which we can go on. So that we need to develop, the teacher has to develop, then it will be a fruitful one. Old days have lost that. If we make them fear, if we make them very strongly, they will study and attend us. The days have lost its flavor. Now the new trends of the teaching have come out, but we are in the four wall, that we are not able to go outside and add the other things which we cannot accept. When new things come upon us into our brain, that is not easy to accept, but it is real. It has to be accepted. It has to be accepted because world is very big. It is not within the four walls of what the principles of philosophies, what we keep never works, because the world is very big. So we have to know many things. We have to act accordingly where we have to be. So this is all about the communication skills where they are lagging. It has to be added, which can be flavored and also polished in the OBE variations. where we are going to know about the dollar things. Next one. So this is the slide of the difference between the traditional teaching methodology and also the modern teaching methodology. That is, we call it as an OBE. So everyone use the word OBE, OBE, OBE. What is OBE? Outcome based education. It is very small word to use, but there are a lot of inputs. The criteria inputs or the indicators which we need to vary and change, coincide, and make them adjustable so that the tremendous outputs in the education system as well as the result orientation will be very strong if you really practice this one. This is not, the OBE is not the normal one. It is being adapted from the experts who have designed it in 1974 in the United States. And after that one, the Benjamin, you know about the Bloom. Benjamin Bloom have given some philosophies and he has written many research articles. After that one, the OBE he has came outside and 4 decades back. After that, it slowly reached, the importance of the OBE has reached into the South Africa. From South Africa, the United States has concentrated to expand the OBE domain. Okay, and slowly by funding many organizations, those who are down in the small countries like Ethiopia and small countries in the South Africa, slowly that has originated. The seed has done and slowly it has begun the big tree. From there again it went to Malaysia. From after that it went to Singapore. There it got polished, flavored and polished there, the OBE. From there it came here to the different countries. So based on the documentation called then 3 decades back, we call it as Washington Accord. So this is the philosophical guidance which are concerned, philosophical guidance and also the principles which are concerned with the outcome based education. This contains all the inputs and also the indicators and the rules, the regulations of the outcome based education. So generally they have started, the United States country has a less population and the less students. Like for example, in classroom there will be for pharmacist course, okay, so there will be only 15 students every year, not more than that one. So they tried the first OBE studies according to Washington Accord was implemented in the medical studies along with the pharmaceutical sciences also. It gained a lot of attainments when compared to the old tradition system. By that one, now it is in front of us. Our Indian accreditation bodies are NAC and NBA, which are compatible with the Washington Accord. So that's why we go on with the OBE studies. That is the, so next slide please. So it's not what we teach, it's what the students learn is the important thing. Next one. So what is OBE? In simple sense, there are a lot of definitions which was defined by the various authors and also by various domains. And if you see on the internet, multiple type of images, definitions can be read and you can just find them. But only the simple sense is nothing an outcome is what the learner will be able to do or perform as a result of some learning experience. So it is all about the assessment. It is all about the assessment, what they are into, what they are doing, okay, what they perform. So then from that one you are going to assess them and attain their results or their outputs, whatever the concerns are there at different levels. So next, so reasons why practicing OBE is a great option. As you know that traditional practicing of the teaching methodology is very simple and easy. It is also effective in olden days. It doesn't mean that traditional system is wrong. It is really great. Even great teachers, great grandfathers and great noble persons from our, that is global communities, have been into already traditional system. Those days are different and now the days are different because we are running with that is modern technology. So we need to adapt that technology and run on. It doesn't mean that you should use only Nokia phone instead of the iPhone. So you should, okay, you should in between, mediate in between so that you can go forward. You can go forward. So we think that the Nokia is the old tradition and I-15 is the modern OBE study. But doesn't mean that we should be totally into the iPhone 15, but we don't have that. We can be in between and we can forward slowly to attain the best levels. To attain the best levels. So these are the reasons why practicing OBE is a great option. So you can see here, basically there are some indicators where it gives a big achievement. It is very transparent, precision. So what is the difference between transparency? It is open for all to know, learn. It is not any patent or it is any software to obtain, purchase like 2.5 version, 2.3 version or like that. There are a lot of softwares when you want to use, you have to pay purchase. Okay. For example, slide share is there. If they tell that you add some slide, yeah, I will give you. It is not like that. It's very transparent. It is very transparent. You can learn from many domains. It is open. It is not like a software. Next one is precision. What is the difference between precision and accuracy? So accuracy is nothing but the true value which is there. For example, if the true value is 100, okay, how near you are achieving is an accuracy. Okay, and precision, repeatability and reproducibility of the result. That's what we need in the teaching. So that is nothing but the result orientation. The practice which you do, every year, every semester which you perform, there should be similar type of results with enhancement, not the decrement. So that's what precision is. Repeatability and reproducibility of the results. Attainments we call it as in case of the OBE studies or which is concerned with the NAC and NPA aspects where certain indicators are used to achieve the attainment by using the various methodologies and methods. And comparison, it's all about comparison, self-development and career progression and participation. So these are the various things where reasons why practicing OBE is a great option. It's nothing but practice makes us more perfect in simple way. So by obtaining these all. So OBE is not easy to practice because once you start practicing initially it will be easy because of heavy documentation and also that is what we call the miserable aspects which get involved in there for the attainment of the result make you draw back. If you are trying to go forward, it will drag you back, even though you have to go forward in the attainment. That's what the NBA, the course filing is concerned. It doesn't mean only course file is not the course file. There are many things which are the heart of the course file is there is the thing which I am going to discuss that one only in the upcoming. Okay. So that's what I kept for today's session only. Because the course file contents, everyone knows that one. Everyone knows that one. We have to keep the previous question paper. We have to keep the main one, main two. These are things, MCQs. These are everything you know that one. It's a very common things which you know. But there is one which is not known for even the higher, that is the senior persons who have not, even though they are practicing, but lost the regular practice. They will be still in confusion in the standardization and clarification of that is the attainment and also the attainment. That's what we are going to solve it today. Next please. So then what is the NAC? The difference between, I don't want to waste the time more. I will be very fast in this one, very shortcut. So what is the NAC and this you have to know. Even though you have known that one, but it is the need to polish you back in this session to know what is what. It's very shortly. I don't want to go on very strongly like a newspaper. So what is NAC and NPA? They are the accreditation bodies concerned with that is quality. That is the implementation of standards and checking the assurance, quality assurance of the certain course of the programs which have been in the various institutions over the India and over the world. Okay, so what is the NAC? It is National Accreditation and Assessment Council. So it is an autonomous institution which has been established by the University Grants Commission. So it was two decades back it was established after the NBA, and it is also the one national accreditation board. So what differs? Why these two came? Why not one? So there is a much difference between the NAC and MBA aspect. But in future, after a decade, the government is going for the national education policy. By next year, the new syllabus, new trend in the pharmacy first year will start. What is the difference between the normal present teaching methodologies in the pharmacy and the syllabus which we have, and from the next NP? So national educational policy has a different ways where the student can retire themselves for short period of time and go for a short break and attain the degrees. For example, the first year if he complete, he can attain in the B pharmacy he starts. If he want to discontinue first year, he get diploma. If he say finish the second year, he get postgraduate diploma. Okay. So like that, after that, like that. Every year has its own. So sometimes some students get dropped in the second year only and they discontinue because of various reasons. Maybe the financial issues or personal issues or maybe many issues will be there. Life has many strange things which we are not known what will happen for us. So that gives an opportunity for everyone again to continue after the long period of time, even though it is being stopped. That is good. And every year and every semester has the options. That is choice-based systems are there. In every semester, only we have the third semester or fourth semester, we have the options, optional subjects among 4 weeks. But next year, after 1 year, it will be many. Each and every semester has this many options. That is the course option. And also, the course is divided into 2. After second year, the degree is bifurcated into 2 as per NAP. What does it mean? That after second year, you can go through the founding related course, clinical side, Bachelor of Clinical Pharmacy. Next one, the B Pharmacy course is being branched, that is nomenclature as Industrial Pharmacy from next year onwards. So that will be there from next year onwards. So that is going to be done. So coming back to the NAC and MBA, there are accreditation bodies. The difference between in the NAC is totally concerned with the total institutional level. All the elements are equal. It is not like I'm concerned only with this one, I am concerned only. But MBA is only concerned with that is course related aspect, program related aspects, especially. So you can see here, it's a program based. MBA is a program based. But NAC is not that. It is all concerned with everything, starting from the gate to the ending up to the pen, pencil and everything, paper, total, printer, everything. So everything is concerned. So NAC process. So it's just a briefing. NAC has these elements for the assessment to attain that is the accreditation. So these are the things, the flowchart, NPA. So institutional information, self-study report, data validation, grading systems will be like this in case of NAC, and NPA SAR. Okay, self-assessment, expert committee, and decision based on. You have already known this one. So just I am briefing. Next slide, please. So this is the difference between the NAC and MBA programs. So program specific, 9 program specific criteria will be there, and NAC 7 holistic criteria. This is program based, this is institutional combined based. Okay. Next step. So you can see here NAC accreditation emphasizes overall institutional health while MBA focuses on technical program. That is program based only. Okay. Next. So these are the various types. I'm just polishing you only for 2 minutes. NAC and MBA, then after we enter into the real topic, what we want to be deliver today's session. Okay, so these are the various types of criteria and also the indicators, sub-criteria, we call them as indicators in case of the NAC and MBA. So the first one is concerned with the NAC. See here, there are 7 criteria and also the sub-criteria, we call them as an indicator. You can see them. So there is a difference between the NAC and MBA because most of the people, they think that the NAC and MBA is different. Okay, it's really different, but only 20-30% variation is there. Where that variation occurs, what type of that is the indicator is different. That's what only today's session is all about. So you can see here the dark section, curriculum aspect, teaching, learning evaluation, research and consulting, infrastructure learning, student support, probation, governance, leadership and management, innovation and best practices. After that we enter into the NBA. NBA is a program specific, whether it is an B form or whether it is an M-Pharmacy branch wise. B.Pharm we don't have the branches, but there is a branch called the pharmacy practice, but here it is not practice or not, this course is not implemented in Telangana and also Andhra Pradesh concern. Somewhere other in other states has been implemented like Karnataka and Gujarat report there. So MBA, program level criteria. So vision, program curriculum reaching and course outcomes, POs, COs, student performance, faculty and facilities, continuous improvement, then institution level criteria like first year academics, student support system, government. So these all comes under the criteria of the NBA, National Board of Accreditation. It comes under National Accreditation and Assessment Council. So this is the variation. And what is the difference between the tier 1 and also these are the marks which marks and weightages which are concerned. What is the tier 1 and tier 2? This will be a common word which is used. So there is a difference between the tier 1 and also tier 1 is concerned with the autonomous status. You can see the marks variation here. Autonomous, what is the autonomous? And this is concerned with the tier 2 is concerned with the non-autonomous, that is the affiliated. That means that autonomous is concerned with their own curriculum, even though we have to marks variation, which you can totally will be for the government. So only the criteria specific marks will be changed, but at the last attainment level of the marks will be the similar. Similar in case of the NAC also 1000 marks will be there. So it is not easy just like what we teach or show on the board, this criteria, because it involves multiple complex type of the indicators where you need to correlate them and show the documentation evidence. But if validation is most important, establishing and documented evidence according to the predetermined criteria and also the specification is the most important concern. So next one. So this is the common frame of the NAC and NBA, which are similar in origin. If you take the various criteria, well, already you have seen that if you take the various criteria, so what will happen? You may get confused. So this is criteria, these criteria of the NAC and NBA are different, but which are similar and related, which are having equivalence or similar type of the characteristic features or characteristic methodologies or the process which we have can be known here, which I made a framework here. You can see common framework of the NAC and NBA and the criteria which I have made to similar in mind. You can see the marks and also the similarities, which are similar type of the documentation evidence we have to establish. That doesn't mean that 100% is similar. There is still the variation exists in 20 to 30%, which we need to establish them and make a documented evidence and validate them and access them and attain them. Next one. And if you see really, there are short points, equivalence of criteria for NAC and NBA versus the NAC. So if you really see, so this is the one single unit, a study focusing on specific subject or topics. Example, you can see examples of the program. A set of courses they have to provide a cohesive and comprehensive, that is, learning experience. So that is the different examples. Are going to see one or two examples, you can understand that properly. So there is a difference between a course and also the program. So next slide please. So we have the levels of outcomes. Outcomes, generally when we go for OBE studies, there are few levels which you need to know. Already it's known by you. Already you have started practicing. But still yet, there is some confusion in yourself, among the people, those who practice. The small variation of the difference in them cannot be, that is, differentiated by themselves. So this effort, today's session, is made to again recall them and to standardize where the strange things, small strange things or mysterious things, the mysterious things are to be again standardized by themselves. So this is the levels of outcomes, program education objectives. So which are broad statements which concern with the career and also the professional development. And here 4 to 5 years after graduation. Program outcomes. So the statement describes what the students graduating from program should be able to do at the time of graduation. It's all related to the knowledge, skill and also the qualities. We can call them KSQs, which is very well known by for everyone. So next, program specific outcomes. The statement that describes what the graduates of such pharmacy program should be able to do at the time of graduation. So that is what. And course outcomes. The statement that describes what students should be able to do at the end of the course. So this is what next. I don't want to waste much time. I'll just go on. These are all the. Again the zooms of the each and every the levels. Next level. Next program outcomes. Outcomes you can see there are 12 program outcomes which are some people keep 11 only because based on their need. Each and every that is the level has that is the pharmacy knowledge, planning abilities, problem analysis, modern tool user, leadership skills, professional identity, pharmaceutical ethics, communication related, pharmacist and society, environmental and system. First five are related strongly with the fundamentals and also the applications and also the research related aspects with the specific goal, and remaining are concerned with the society and also environmental concerns will be there. So mostly the institutions use this type of implementation in the various institutions. When you go on and when you see properly. Next one. And see, this is the course outcomes, how it exists. This is an example for given. Don't see that. Just see. Generally, each course has we have a unique vibe. Generally, each and every program has its course. In the course, we have the unit. So each unit is concerned with the CO. Course outcomes. So we have them sometimes 5 will be there, some will have 6 and different from university to university, and it has to be added. So you can see example of the pharmaceutical analysis, course outcomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, just go through this one just a minute. Next, back. Okay, back. Okay. So this can be achieved by the cognitive levels as per Bloom's reverse taxonomy. Okay, these are all CEOs. Next one. So coming to the part of well-known and famous, okay, which you already used in your question papers, and also it is very common word regularly we use. Okay, everyone is much familiar. So this Bloom's taxonomy was implemented by in 1956 Benjamin Bloom. He has written an article along with his co-mates or the friends or some who work along with them in the certain paper publication. Levels of intellectual behavior important in learning. So in that one, this taxonomy was established, which has an increasing difficulty level, starting from the remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluation, and creating. So this has the different levels, okay, of increasing the complexity or increasing the learning levels of the capabilities. Next one. So you have already known. So these are the indicators. These are the indicators for the various educators to implement and attain the various needs. Okay, and also it is an effective learning experience and assessment mode to gain and create and analyze many things. Okay. Next. Here we can see the Bloom taxonomy level, remembering levels, the verbs are used, remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating and creating. So these are the different levels where you can, next one. So now this is important thing which you are not known. The things which I have already said are known. This is not known for many people. Let us see this 30 seconds. Let's see here. So when you use the Bloom's taxonomy versus the program outcome, program outcomes will be 12. Course outcomes will start from 5 to 6 between based on the discourse curriculum which have been designed by the university or the apex body of the concern. Okay, see here. So understanding and remembering will not be applicable in case of the POs. Never use the understanding and also the remembering. So knowledge is inculcated through the PO, PO2, PO1, 2 and 3. Skill is inculcated to 4, 5, 10 and 11. Attitude is inculcated through 6, 7, 8, 9 and 12. So see the difference here how. Next. So this is the same which I told you. The hidden program outcomes are hidden Bloom's taxonomy. Understand, revert and remember are not covered in any PO. So never use the understand and remember. It is because it is not correlated in any way. Okay. And PO1 straight away mapping for apply, and similarly these are all which are well known for you. So indirectly Bloom's taxonomy has the hidden POs. Next. So coming to the part of course file, from here we are not going to study these all things. When you see the slide again, you see the time there, but I am not going to tell these other things. I am just representing here. I don't want to tell what is the vision again starting from course file. Because course file is 2 to 3 pages in origin. I don't want to keep the 3 pages on you. Okay. Thus I want to just polish only one part which is not known by you. And most of the faculty, those who have senior experience also, they are not much familiar about this aspect which I am going to do. What is missing here at the last start first? One thing is missing which is most important to attain, that is good credits or the scores or the CGPA in that is NAC and also the MBA aspect. Without that, they cannot consider you in accreditation. What is that one? Which is most important.
12th is missing over.
Now what is that? Can anyone predict themselves? Okay, of course, it's a related one, but what would be that one? So the consolidation, the correlations, listen to me carefully, this is the most important point, where to the this total session, I came here to tell you, and which you need to know, only 10-15 minutes, this is most important. If this 10-15 minutes, if you know, you can create wonders in NAC and MBA. Anywhere you go, you will shine. If you don't know this one aspect, everything is not known for you. Course while these all things small children will do, but one thing cannot be done by everyone. What is that one? That is nothing but the levels which we have already known. The things like the course outcomes, program specific outcome, program education objectives, vision, they are correlated to each other. Course wise they are related, unit wise they are related, program wise they are related, objectives wise they are related, specific outcomes they are related, vision wise they are related, mission wise they are related, and they are all combined, accessible, combined, matrix in multi-dimension, and also by using the various methodologies. And we combine them and attain one level. That's what we call it as a final attainment. This is very difficult to know, but if you learn it properly, very simple and easy to understand in simple way. Okay, next one. Last one is nothing but this back, sorry. This what today's 10 minutes, 15 minutes last session is about. Go back please. Only one. Today's session is all about COP was mapping, fifth one, and also the assessment methodologies, direct and also the indirect, and also it is concerned with an assessment combination along with the attainment, which is consolidation with, that is the correlation. It is consolidation with the correlation for the final attainment. This is to be known by you. Okay, next. So now the question arises, in which accreditation body this was established? And both the NAC and NPA have the same? Yes or no? So NPA focus especially on this one. There is no specific thing of the course outcomes or the program outcomes, that is the correlation establishments and attainments. The NAC will not be really concerned much about. They have not given any specific type of the guidelines which are concerned with that is the correlation. But NBA is program specific, that's why they specifically concentrate on the course related aspects, very strong to the correlations also regarding the attainments. Attainments is nothing but the improvements in each and every level. So if that attainments are not properly achieved, you have to go for the measures. You have to go for the measures or the adjustments or the implementation or the gaps which are there, that has to be retained. And also that has to be implemented so that you will get the final attainments in the tremendous needy way. That is what you deserve, it will be standardized. Okay. So that's what. And this is the NPA criterion. Sub-criteria C3 is that in that one these are specifically mentioned. I told you what is the difference between Tier 1 and also the Tier 2. Okay. So this is the course outcome program, correlation between COs, POs and PSOs attainment. So first we need to know correlations, after that attainment. It is little bit tough to understand, but time is less. Within 15 minutes I have to close the session. Okay, just go on. So see the correlations, how we take this. So when light is passed, you see the multivariation. No? So see these relations. So these are related each to gain the attainments. Attainments are nothing but the successful, results. Attainments are nothing but the successful results. Okay, next one. So these are all the element steps towards the validation of the validation is nothing but the establishing and documented evidence according to predetermined specifications of the quality attributes. We call it as a validation. So these are elements which we need to add for each and every course wise. Okay, to know the attainment, final attainments. So it involves many things. That is starting from the mid 1, mid 2, practicals, practical 1. Internal assessment, combination, external marks, combination, but it doesn't mean that, there are some rules and regulations and also a formula to achieve the final attainment. That we need to know in very short, because this should be covered under the workshop where the lecture will be concerned with the practical aspects, taking 10 students and also making some subject course related and making it marks and with the final attainments and how they are correlated. We have to make it practical. It will be done in the upcoming, that is a 1 or 2 month session. We will have a workshop on this attainments. I will be performing this one. Next one. These are all the steps. So these are the crucial components for assessing the quality of education. This is what we call it as a mystery. Simple to see, not easy to understand, and not easy to implement. It needs lot of practical approach and also that is self-discipline to add in this one. Computation of COPO or PSO attainment. Next one. So these are the various elements. What we have: sample course outcomes, COPO mapping, COPSO matricing, course level, POs and PSOs, course level or attainments, target levels, direct, indirect assessment of the attainment. Next, overall measures, assessment process. Next, corrective measures, attainment, and at PSO, POs, PSOs attainment, calculation, sample data, and sample feedback. This whole combination will lead to the final attainment. In each and everything, there are a lot of things, and also the rules according to the Washington Accord, which have been, that is adapted by the NAC and NBA accreditation bodies from there. It has their own set of statistical interference and also inference to be added there. So next. So you can see CO, only starting I am telling you. So only one CO, but each and every has their own attainment flowchart, which is really little bit not easy to understand, but when you start the workshop, it will be very easy. Believe me. Okay, so this you can see external assessment and also the internal assessment. I will just close in next 5 minutes only, mostly 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, you can see this one. Set attainments level, CO attainments, calculation, semester end examination. There is 70%. Okay, 0.30% CO attainment, direct, indirect, and see the flow chart. See the flow chart. This is the process which we take. That is standard protocol, standard process which we take for the final attainment. Next one. So computation of CO or PO, POs. We have the POs as well as the PSOs for each and every course. Let's take an example of some subject which is something so and so related to engineering or some concern. POs and also the PSOs. Next one. So COs also. I told you unit wise will be there COs. Each and every university has its own COs and also the POs. COs is 6 unit means 6, 5 units means 5. So which is related to the Bloom's taxonomy based on the levels of the name. Okay, correlation. Next. So this is about the COPO matrix. Okay, COs and also the course outcomes, how they are related. Okay, how they are related. I am from my one family, and how I have relations in the Hyderabad. So which are related to me, which are not related. We cannot add the unrelated person, only the related person. Similarly, this is the various elements which are related. Example I am telling you. Okay, so these are relations which are nearly related. Relation means not 100%. It is concerned with 80% relations as per the Washington record. Okay, principles. So next program outcomes, COs, POs, the average will be taken here. So you can see here, these are the COPO matrix sheets for the students, each and every, that is the course, for the each and every course. For example, you take any course in engineering or the pharmacy, take the pharmaceutical analysis or the quality assurance, pharmaceutics, next one. COs, POs, first, matrix, this one. So the average will be the next one. How the CO attainment will be there. Okay. Assessment pattern, direct attainment, indirect attainment. So our concern is that 25 marks and course and semester feedback is included here for the attainment. So next, this is the formula, This is the formula for computation of direct CO attainments in course and computation of overall CO attainments in the course. There is a difference between that is direct CO attainment and overall. Overall is nothing but indirect plus direct. Direct is from the university and indirect is from the survey which is being done by the NAC and NPA accreditation bodies directly from the student. Student will get the message. We are not going to do all the survey. We have to add the data, then they will get the messages of that is the links. From that link, they will give the feedback. Based on that one, from next year, second cycle onward, this will be approach. So that is combination. Next one. So this is the thresholds attainment levels. So level 1, level 2, level 3. For the mid exams, you can see the assignments as well as an objectives variation is there, levels in this one. In that one again the percentage variation relate or defines the dividends. Okay, that is the levels, various levels. Next one. And threshold is equal to objective assignment is a 60% of their total. That is 0.60%, 0.6, 10 plus 5, and it is greater than 1 marks. This one. And if it is less than 3 marks for the next. This can be understood when you perform workshop only. It cannot be easy to understand. Next one. Next, these are the formulas for the CO attainment. Next one. This is the CO attainment, that is the total overall formulas which you need to do in the COPO matrix. So it is already done in the Excel. Okay, implemented in the Excel with this formula. Okay, little bit complicated to understand. But if you know this in workshop, it is very, very easy. Okay, we will do it soon. Next one. So assessment methods and semester. This again attainment levels are there. So next one. For 3 minutes will be finished. And computation of CO direct attainment. So see here the various levels. You can see here attainment level. See the difference. And also there are some formulas here which you need to understand how the calculation process and also the progression will be there. Next one. So this is the CO direct attainment. There is statistics which you can see and you can go for the next measures what you have to do. Next one. Next, the completion of CO indirect assessment. So this is the table. Okay, for the one student answer level 1, 2, 3 can be understood with this this formula in there can be understood only with the proper that is the workshop. Next one. Next one, please. So these are the competition of over CO attainments overall and the co-corrective measures. If attainment is not achieved, what are the corrective measures which we have taken? If it is 1.75 or generally for the 3 will be their maximum attainment. If it is 1.75 or 2, what is the lagging? Can be used with these indicators. Action plans will be there. We have to add that action plans to improve the next level. Okay, in the next semester. So next one. So these are the POs or PSOs assessment. This is all to be added. Okay. So see here, direct assessment tools, indirect assessment tools. Next level. And PO attainment. After CO, POs will be there. After that, POs will be there. After PSOs will be there. After that, combination of all things will be there, which is related to vision and mission. Okay, that is a correlation and attainment. This one, next. PS for attainment results, next. This is a direct attainment, descriptive exam. Next. This is annexure of the direct attainment descriptive exam, which we are using already. COs, POs, that is question wise. COs already you started the question paper mode in this way. But adding the marks only, the course file can be finished only at the end of the semester exam. Just finishing of this course file, once you finish this all, then only the course file get finished. It doesn't mean that I get question papers, I get this one, I get that one, I have written notes. No. After finishing these all only and getting the last attainment points with the Excel calculation, then only your course file is finished. That is only useful for the inspection. These all things which are there will never be useful. The early ones in the course file never be useful. These are all the attainment which are really essential, okay, to prove ourselves back there and to get the accreditation for the cycle 2 levels for NAC and MBA. Next. This are the common sheets example. Next. This is the indirect assessment where feedback will be there. Next. So mysteries. Today's just started mystery. Mystery is all about whatever COs, POs, attainment, correlation, which is really a mystery, not easy to simple to study, not easy to understand and implement ourselves. Attainment. So this defining measurable outcomes, assessing complex skills, personalizing learning, ensuring validation and reliability are the most important concerns. Okay, combined with all the elements. Next one. Modern teaching trends. This all flipped classroom already served you in the morning session. That's not same I was supposed to add, but the same thing has been added here. So skip it, please. Benefits. Improve students' outcomes, increase student engagement, better preparation of workforce, and challenges. Implementation of OBE efficiently and effectively is really a great challenge because it needs a lot of patience because we are regularly busy with our coursework and everything and time is really not sufficient. Time becomes a lot of big challenge for us because a lot of teachers will deal many subjects practical and along with your personal life and many things will be concerned. Time will be very less. But when you practice this CO, PO, attainment correlations and also PEO, PSO combined correlations once or twice, then it will be very easy for you to start the next level and go on for the attainments very successfully and easily. Next one. So identification of attainment gaps and practices to improve. So these are main thing is that attendance is important. So motivate students to come to college, okay, in different ways, not in the hard skills. Only soft skills are needed. As I told you, what is the difference between soft skill and hard skill? Periodic assignment, continuously try to keep some lab tests. Okay, related theory. Your lab is 3.5 hours more because PCI is given 4 hours. What 35 minutes, 40 minutes? Keep any test on. Let them open book system. Open there, tell them to open system and just half an hour tell them to just to discuss them. Okay, there is mutual discussion. Like professional activities have to be enforced. Like effective counseling and mentoring is important. If you have patience, please go through this one. Okay, if you improve the mentoring automatically, attendance will improve. By attendance improvement every year, 5%, 10% results may get varied. So biggest challenging task in case of the teaching, which is the need for the OBE. What is the main vision of the OBE is that this one. Okay, next one. Next, thank you very much. I have represented this in multiple languages. Okay. I know local language, that's why I try to thank you for your patience. I thank you for your patience for this session and also if you have any doubts, please ask me. Okay, I'm really happy in front of you and giving me this opportunity for me and especially Rahman sir, Usman sir and also the senior faculty and also the all the junior faculty and technicians who are very patiently here for this session. And I hope at least you have absorbed 30% of this session so that to improve yourself and transform yourself as a good teacher to that is a inspirational teacher. Thank you very much for this session. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. So,
Thank you so much, sir, for such an informative session and giving us a broader idea about outcome-based education. Now I call upon Dr. Fazlur Rahman, sir, and Osman Ahmad, sir, to felicitate C.H. Naveen Kumar, sir.
Group photo is also required. Thank you.